Do not attempt these techniques yourself without consulting a professional. On this episode of The Dog Whisperer.
Eppie's very dog aggressive. She just lunges out and attacks.
She started getting into fights, and I just sort of tried to avoid other dogs altogether.
The first time Snoopy was circling and crying like that, I was inside the house, and I thought he was hurt. I actually thought something had happened to him.
This is an insecure dog that became frustrated, that became dominant and eventually aggressive.
No!
When good dogs go bad, there's one man who's their best friend. Cesar Millan.
No dog is too much for me to handle. I rehabilitate dogs, I train people. I am the Dog Whisperer.
My mother fell in love with the breed of dog that Eppie is, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, at the Westminster Dog Show. She saw this dog, thought this was the greatest dog in the whole wide world, didn't actually want to have to take care of a dog herself, so asked me if I wanted a dog. And I actually said, no, I'd like a stereo. But she convinced me, and so for my 21st birthday, there was just this shaking box at the airport, and it was my box, and it had Eppie in it. And she was very cute, and we let her out of the box, and she curled up in a little ball in my lap, and she slept all the way home.
I met Eppie and Heather on the same day. Heather and I started dating about a year ago, and so sort of, inherited Eppie. The first day I met Eppie, I knew this dog had more character than most people I meet.
I love Eppie very much. She's the greatest gift I ever received for my birthday, and so much better than a stereo.
Eppie's problem is she's very dog aggressive. She just lunges out and attacks when other dogs are around. And other dogs seem to act the same way toward her.
She was very friendly and well-adjusted for the first few years of her life. Ever since, Eppie has hated every other dog she's ever seen. She started getting into fights, and I just sort of tried to avoid other dogs altogether. Taking Eppie for a walk is like a paramilitary operation. The first thing we have to do is we saddle her up with the harness. We divide the duties between us. One person has the mace and walks ahead and looks for other dogs.
I'm usually the muscle, the one that actually has to man the leash.
Okay. When we see another dog, I get in between the dog and Eppie. Nate, there's a dog. Get her. Nate picks Eppie up, and then I sort of threaten the dog with the mace until the owner comes to get the dog. It's not really worth it to us to walk her, even though I know that that's what she wants and what she needs. If Eppie were to bite somebody, it's always going to be my fault. So that is my greatest fear. I don't want Eppie taken away from me. I don't want her put to sleep, and I certainly don't want her hurting anybody.
Dog behavior expert Cesar Millan loves powerful breeds like Staffordshire Bull Terriers and Pit Bulls. But he also knows that strong breeds need strong leadership from their human pack leaders.
There's more responsibility on the people who love the powerful breeds. We have to have 100% control of them. Even from the moment you wake up, you have to see calm submission, because that's how you punch in. So how can I help you guys?
We love our dog very much, and she's very sweet when she's in the house, but she's very dog aggressive to other dogs, and she's been in a couple scuffles with some other dogs, so we don't walk her as much as we should.
How severe are the scuffles?
Pretty severe. She got into a fight with a pit bull down the street probably 8 months ago, and it was a couple $100 of vet bills on each side.
What kind of activities you guys do with her? You guys wake up in the morning, and what happened?
We usually wake up in the morning and we just sort of let her out to, go. She snaps and snarls at the neighbor's dog when it walks by.
Is she totally calm submissive before you invite her out? Because a lot of times you see a dog that is sitting down, but...
Yes, that's her.
What is this? She's not calm submissive.
Right.
This is calm submissive. Okay? Then you give him whatever you want. But if you're giving whatever she wants to this mind, then she's controlling with excited dominant state. Yeah? And then that's what you're feeding. You are feeding that state of mind. A lot of times people only feel that it's enough because the butt is in the floor. but the mind is somewhere else. See it? Mind and body together. And that's not what you have.
Okay.
Only when the brain is playing, she can be excited. In other areas, the brain must become submissive.
Okay.
So what do you do when she growls at the neighbor's dog?
You know, we usually yell at her, tell her to stop, or, you know, go out there and sort of chase her back into the house. It doesn't last very long.
Yes, but it's important to stop that behavior.
Okay.
So even if you have 2 seconds for you to practice dominance over her territorial way of being, but that's an opportunity for you to empower yourself.
Okay.
2 seconds of aggression is a lot.
Right.
They go from 1 second. See, they don't think about it. It's just reaction. And if he does it every day, it becomes a bad habit. The only thing that changes the state of mind is a leader. What kind of leader are you being?
Not to put you in the hot seat, babe, I'm sorry. I think that because Nate comes from an area where, you know, dog interactions are much lower key, that he lets Epi get away with a lot more.
Are you serious? I thought you were going to be the other way around.
I'm totally like the firmer when it comes to Epi.
Both humans have to represent same position in order for dog to have balanced, healthy life. But if this dog practices territorial and dominant behavior in his house, he's going to practice that in the outside world. So one little mistake cannot be allowed.
Epi, we're sorry we messed you up.
Well, it's part of the learning experience for a lot of people. So let's do some hands-on.
Okay.
Let's do it. All right. Thank you, guys. I picture how I wanted the walk to be done before I put the leash on. That's a very important thing because you have to create the projection. You have to create the intention because animals senses where you are. So that's the outside world, right?
Okay.
That's very important. She wants to keep moving forward. And it's not on her terms, it's on my terms.
So what you're doing is every time she pulls forward, you're knocking her with the side of your leg?
Well, I can do this or I can do this.
Okay.
So if I touch her to the side, it breaks that concentration. You see it? Or if I pull the leash to the side, it breaks the concentration.
Okay.
But if I pull back, it only intensifies the behavior. So then they go into... So, you see it?
Yeah.
So because they resist pain, they actually become so accustomed to it. So we don't want pain, we just want to get them out of balance. So I'm going to do it first, and then you get to do it, right? So you get to see that it's possible, that it can be done.
Caesar takes Epi to the front line of her neighborhood battleground to demonstrate to Heather and Nate how to be the leaders on a walk.
You can already hear him getting warmed up. Walking around these halls.
There you go. I tap this side right here.
Okay.
Hey. Or touch. See it? Every time I touch, you see that she is moving away or stopping.
She's actually, this is the dog that she got
Into a fight?
Yeah.
Well, that is anxiety.
Okay.
We have to address that. Because that anxiety becomes aggression. She can't look at her.
Okay.
Right? So she is paying attention to what we want. So notice that when she doesn't react back, and then the other dog stops the barking. So by you taking control of the situation, you control other dogs. But if you don't stop her brain would attract all the dogs to where you live. Come on and fight with me. Yep. So it's like she has this satellite that sends messages constantly. We're not being harsh or angry or upset or hurting her feelings or anything, right? We are just creating different state of mind. That's all we're doing.
Gotcha.
Loose dog.
Yep.
There.
So you're asking her to ignore a dog that is off leash,
Okay.
right? You can feel if they're going to charge, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
That's what I'm feeling my back, right?
I just feel like I am so traumatized by what has happened before that I'm not sure I could ever be quite so. I mean, maybe I could be, but you know, you're so calm. You know, I could pretend to be that calm.
Yeah, pretending
But
is
I
good.
don't know if I would ever actually like really believe that there's no way that that dog is not, you know, that that's not going to happen.
Right. Now, see how when you take over the property, they give you space. She can't look at him. Every second that she looking at him is a correction, is a consequence. Dogs that love to fight is all eye contact, it's all face to face, it's all this projection constantly. So if you ask them to look the other way around and then they feel less powerful, I needed for them to see that it's possible. Repetitions will make Epi a balanced dog because repetitions make Epi an aggressive dog. Her face facing that way. That's what she learned. Now watch what happened to this dog because we're not projecting energy that way. So this is all homework. You have a lot of homework. Every house is a homework. More intensity, you're gonna see that they might fight a little bit more. Every time you pass a house and you accomplish this, those are points. So now we're gonna do something for this guy. So she can smell. See? Once you get him closer and then he stops the whole pacing because the brain have to smell what is close to the gate. So you see how we calming the whole neighborhood down?
Yep.
The whole neighborhood is being quiet because they're passing the information to the other dogs in the neighborhood how to behave or how to be with the dog that is passing by. And so it becomes a chain reaction. Now, if you're nervous, they go after you. Mm-hmm. If you just relax and in control, they give you respect. Mm-hmm. Now we have 3 dogs who are calm, submissive to each other.
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. Her whole demeanor was so relaxed, and it was really amazing. I don't think I've ever seen her that relaxed in my life.
It's your turn.
All right. Do you want to do it since
No, you're going to do it. I say you're going to do it.
All right.
All right. Don't worry about making mistakes, all right? But I would definitely suggest that you only do one thing at a time. Or is the pull, or is the touch. You see it? You don't do the whole thing at once. So I needed to make sure that Nate was able to see that he can control Epi without a sound. Very good. I want him to control Epi with energy body language. There we go. That's very good. Very good. Do a good job. Now, even though you went forward and she was in front of you when you went forward, you were setting her up. Let me show you. Right there. See it? Right here. Sit down. Right there. They don't listen to tense pack leader. They listen to a calm, assertive leader. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. There we go. This is really good. I think Nate has more possibilities of controlling situation than Heather because Nate never had a bad experience, right? So he doesn't see what can happen, which is great. That's actually what Heather needs to do. You know, she have to, in a way, get rid of the past and live in the now, which is hard for her because she's seen it so many times. Okay, all right. Pack leader time.
Hey, come on.
Caesar has brought a Lhasa Apso named Luigi to help with Epi's rehabilitation. Caesar asks to move to a quiet side street where he can let Luigi off-leash to play the role of a dog on the loose.
Right. It's my turn now. There we go. Forward. Hold on, stay right there. You saw it? If you study my body language and I'm not looking at the floor, I'm not looking at the dog, I'm looking forward.
Mm-hmm. So you're looking forward, so you can't tell that she's...
Well, you can feel.
You can feel.
Yeah, you can feel. So that's when you become in tune to that animal in you, that you sense energy, that you feel behavior, that you trust your instincts.
It was really amazing what the dog whisperer did for Epi. I could not believe that she was that calm in front of all those other dogs and that those dogs were so calm in front of her.
Hopefully the experience for Heather today allows her to see that you can make a dog behave in a different state of mind if you believe that you can make it happen.
You really have to get in there the first second the dog even thinks about being aggressive, because if you don't, it's just going to escalate and there will be a fight. So I think Caesar did a really good job of showing me the signals that Epi was trying to give me that I wasn't understanding before she actually took aggressive action.
Just day one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for helping us out with our problems. I think that life with Epi is going to be a lot easier now that we can walk her around our neighborhood, because we love our neighborhood. And I think that now that Caesar has shown us how to sort of minimize the difficulties that we were having with Epi, that I look forward to our walks in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gonna believe in the power of the whisper. Believe in it.
My Uncle Mac called me up and said, I have a puppy for you. And so I said, well, I'll take her for a couple of nights. And ever since then, she's been, well, my protector and friend, my baby. I had named her Lady because she had always been a lady. But she protects her territory, which I think she feels is me. So if anyone else is surrounding the neighborhood or me, she's on it. She's not discriminating at all. And like my mother, anytime Lady sees my mother in that walker, I don't know if it's just my mother or what, but she will bark at my mother incessantly.
It's getting very annoying to me. And the more annoying that I get, I guess the more vicious she gets. And she can feel, I think she can feel just how I feel toward her. And it makes her more and more angry, and I get more and more angry.
My mother gets really riled up. She'll go, Lady, stop it, stop it. And that just fuels Lady even more. So they fuel each other, really.
Lady, lady. Lady, lady, lady. Quiet, quiet. Lady.
She has started to bark at everyone incessantly, except me.
Except you.
Even my mother. Mm-hmm. She won't let her have any peace whenever she's around.
So what is your personality?
Probably like hers. But that's it. Maybe, oh dear, is she getting it from me? No, but I won't say aggressive, but when I need to be, I will assert myself.
Right.
But,
when you need to be.
Right.
Right.
Well,
so do you had in the past rules that your mom gave you?
Well, act like a lady.
Right. So you have to understand the rules, the boundaries, and the
Right.
limitations in
Right.
society.
Right.
Right. So dogs require the same thing. So it doesn't remove personalities.
I can see that now with you saying it. Yeah, I see that now. But that's what I was afraid of in the past. Right?
So the reality is, right now, you're the follower.
Right.
Followers can't tell leaders what to do.
That's true.
So she's being your leader from the beginning.
Right.
Right.
That was my baby.
So
it was.
exactly. She's always going to be your baby,
Yeah.
but you have to be her pack leader for you to accomplish what you want.
Right.
So do you have any children?
No.
Okay.
That is my,
She is your children.
yeah. I know. See, that's it.
Yeah, it worked.
I know.
So what relationship you have with her?
We, from a baby, we clashed.
What you didn't like about her?
She barks at me all the time. And when she came here just as a little baby, she barked all night long to get out of the box. And I would go there to the box and imitate her, bark back at her. And you could tell it made her angry more.
You were teasing her?
And right now she's at the vicious stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I am too.
Well, what is your vicious side of you? Tell me.
I've gotten so annoyed so much now I can't stand it.
Okay, all right. Well, you can't blame her.
Yeah, me either.
Well, Mom, this is what you did wrong, see? The trust among human dog,
Uh-huh.
you don't have it. Mm-mm. She didn't trust you, and then you start imitating
That's
her,
right.
so you really broke that line.
Yeah, because I didn't take any time like she did with her.
Yeah. And in a relationship, trust and respect is the foundation. Mm-hmm. So this is a big question. Mm-hmm. Would you think that you're ever going to trust her? Do you think you have like in your heart, like a little bit space for you to ever trust her again?
Maybe.
All right, well, just leave it open. Leave it open. That's good. You know, that maybe is better than nothing, right?
Right.
Now, first we have to send her back to normal in order for you to participate, but you can no longer tease her. You can no longer have bad feelings for her because they sense that.
Yeah, Mother, you gotta give in.
And she doesn't look like she's ever going to be at the state where she will change.
You're not giving her a chance. You have not tried my program.
Right.
For you, she have to prove you she can change.
Yeah.
I'm totally
Yeah.
with you, but you have to keep the mind open that she can change. Otherwise, you can block.
Yeah, you have to look at it from a positive standpoint.
And that's what I'm inviting you to be in. I'm inviting you for you to be in that open mind. It's never too late to rehabilitate. All right, let's meet her.
Okay.
Caesar goes outside to meet Lady and Carolyn's other dog, Fluffy.
The crew today did something really wrong. The crew was moving when the mind of a dog was telling you they don't trust you. So when a dog is barking and approaching you or charging you, the best thing you can do for them not to move to the next step, which is bite, is not to move. Really, stay right there, stay in your grounds. Not fearful, not nervous, just stay there. Own your space. Don't move. My director got bitten because he moves. No touch, no talk, no eye contact, don't move. The dog is already barking. Yeah. Notice she bark a little bit like, woo. She's insecure. See, that's insecure. Now we're finding out really the bottom line. The aggression is just the bluff. That's part of the frustration. This is an insecure dog that became frustrated, that became dominant and eventually aggressive.
Caesar decides to separate Fluffy from the fray so he can work with troublesome Lady one-on-one.
What's up, guys? All right. It's you and me now.
It's time to go on the offensive against Lady's dominant behavior, using a tiki torch not as a weapon, but as a symbolic extension of his own arm. Caesar plans to chase her and tire her out on her own turf.
There it is. Good, good. The only thing I don't like about this leash is there we go. That's all I want. That's all I wanted. Now I can explain to you why I did this, right? Like I said, I needed to defeat her in her terrain. And a lot of times chasing them is a way of them defeating each other. A lot of dogs chase each other to let the other dog know that that's their territory now. And my whole goal was just to put the leash on the dog, but I needed to make sure she surrendered. So I used the whole her running around in her backyard as a way of draining energy. She didn't know I wanted to help her. She didn't know any better. This is what she does every time somebody comes into her territory. If I would have used other things, I would have used more people, that would accelerate the process, but she wouldn't see me as the person who came to save her. Which that's what I want. That's it.
Caesar takes both Lady and Fluffy for a walk so they can enjoy the experience of being part of a pack with a calm, assertive pack leader.
So right now, I'm just letting her know that I own her neighborhood. First, I own the backyard. Now I am owning her neighborhood. This is new. This is like the first time ever in her life that she ever have this kind of walk. This is really good. This is absolutely fantastic. I definitely reward that state of mind because that's just part of surrendering, you know, relaxing, surrendering, giving up. As you see, dogs move on faster than human. So we hope his grandma is willing to move on because her grandma didn't want nothing to do with her. Nothing to do with her anymore. All right, so let's go to the owner's house. There we go.
Unbelievable. Now she's a lady.
Using Caesar's advice and a simple leash, it's Carolyn's turn to try and play the role of ladies' pack leader.
Bring it back. No. You don't come to her. You bring it back. Pull her back.
Lady.
There you go. If you go to her, you're a follower. You're way too gentle.
Okay.
Just go, grab, put it on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You gotta keep a little energy in it, like assertive side of you.
Okay, I got you. Okay, take it off. Let's do it again. Come on. Lady, come here.
What you did right was that you higher your tone.
Right.
You didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Because she's barking, so she can't really hear you,
Okay,
right? So you
okay.
have to come out with a louder tone
Okay.
in order for you to stop what she's doing.
Right.
So once you match the level of intensity, then she came to you.
Okay, great.
But never go into frustration, never go into anger because she's not listening
No.
to you. They can't listen to you when they're barking.
Right.
Carolyn needs to understand the basics of a ritual. The ritual of I am here to walk with you. I'm here to take you someplace. I am here to control the environment. I am here to own my gate. I am here to take you wherever I want. I mean, she has to really embrace that part of her, you know, that she owns everything. Every step she gives, she owns it. She was going in front of you, and what you finished doing is put tension.
Right.
Exactly what you're doing right now. You have learned to control with tension, which means in areas of your life, this is what you do. Relax, girlfriend. Carolyn was pretty much just projecting totally very weak energy. Let's just be real. She was just projecting very weak energy, and that only will make Lady much more powerful. Come back.
She's getting ahead of me, and
Well, I tell you
I was
why.
trying to be loose.
Yeah, you know what you did? I know that you don't see it. This is what you did. Let me have it. Hold this again.
Okay.
This is very important, you know. This is the foundation here. If she doesn't have this here, she can't control the outside world.
Oh,
You must control here. This is foundation. Over there is piece of cake. Here is foundation.
Okay.
This is what you did.
Okay, what?
Right?
I hope.
So this is what she needs to do. This is the idea for her.
Okay.
Calm, relax, come to the gate. Own the gate. You gotta own the gate. Grab the gate. This is my gate. Think.
Right. Okay.
Right? Everything you think becomes a projection. Everything you touch becomes energetic. Right? So then you're claiming this is your side. You walk. That's as far as you want. You make another walk. That's as far as you want. That's great. Carolyn needs to recognize the energy she becomes. Own this. Right? If it was too passive, too tense, too frustrated. Today she showed me very passive and very tense. A little tension in the arm. So I work with those two energies today, and I coach her for her to go into a calm submissive state. All right. Stay within the conversation. What is happening to you? What are you feeling?
At the moment, I'm feeling this is great to be able to come out in the neighborhood.
There you go.
Oh,
Come on. Give me that proud woman side of you.
This is great to be able to come out in the neighborhood.
So it took a block and a half for her to ever experience being calm and assertive. But once she experienced being calm and assertive, she saw it. She saw what I was talking about. She saw she was in the zone.
Right,
she was
right.
totally in control. Her head was moving forward. We were having a conversation, and she was walking the dog. It was absolutely obvious.
This is a lot better. Okay.
I just felt you switch right now.
Okay, I can, yeah.
You see it?
I can enjoy this.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
right. Keep your head forward,
Yeah.
shoulders up, stay in the moment, whatever is going through you, the happiness that you just felt right now,
Right.
keep it.
It's just a miracle, it is, that my dog could actually walk down the street with me, not be distracted, not even when other dogs were barking. We passed the yards with other dogs. My dogs were just perfect. And Lady did not even look off. She was just enjoying the walk. So I love it. I'm just very happy that I could learn the skills to be able to achieve that. So I'm proud of myself. So if I can do this, boy, what can I do?
That's right.
I'm telling you. What can I do?
That's right. Where's Mom?
Yeah.
She just changed right at the moment she came here. I needed to make sure Florice had the experience to see her daughter in control of two dogs, the dogs that they can't control, right? Lady and Fluffy. I want her to see that picture. And I want her to maintain that picture in mind because that's the only way Lady can have a chance to be seen as a normal dog.
You see she's acting like a lady.
After she walks, it will be a good time for you just to spend 5 minutes at a time or 3 minutes, whatever you want. 3, 5, and then increase the time. The only thing you have to do is just totally ignore her, right? So she learned that you're not projecting good energy or bad energy, you're projecting neutral energy. Right now, the activity that she's doing is relaxing next to Grandma. May I help you?
What?
Just to get close. There we go. Just pretend she's a piano. I know you love pianos. So all those things are piano. Now, remove your hand. That's it. Very good. That's it. You don't have to bury it. No. Don't. That's right. So that was not the dog, as you see. That was just a nervous reaction from what happened in the past. But so you have to give her a chance that she's not in the past right now. Right? So that was just a reaction by you.
Yeah, I'm in the past.
You're in the past.
Yeah,
Which, when you're in the past, you don't allow people to move forward.
that's true.
And animals as well. I mean, she wants to do good. She performed really good today. And this is just the first day of her life.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I believe in this dog. And I believe that you guys can do this thing together.
Well, I think so too.
See, she's a good puppy.
In the past, if I had touched her like that, like I did today, she would have tried to bite me. But today, she looked up and said, let me see who this is for, as if she would have done something to somebody else, but she saw it was I. So it gave her a new feeling toward me, and at least the same to me, toward her.
Thank you, and this is fabulous.
Can I get a hug from you?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, you do.
Oh, life with my mother and Lady is going to be so much better, yes, because I think they both learned a valuable lesson today. My mother has to give Lady a chance to actually utilize her new manners, and then Lady will be able to then know that my mother's not a threat, so they can coexist.
That's right. Look at this. It's awesome.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, my goodness.
This has been a great day, lady.
This dog is going to be fine, you know, if they keep working with what they learned today, the basic stuff that they learned today, this relationship about hating each other will become loving each other. So we had a great day. 2 more pack leaders in the world, 2 more women in this world. Leading dog, loving dog, which we know women can do very well.
Lady came back a real lady.
That's it. With all this new education for Lady and myself, I have great encouragement that Lady will be a lady and not a tramp.
Because I was a child from the 50s and grew up with Snoopy in the 60s, so I love that name. Snoopy was like the #1 thing.
Nancy Madrid has always loved beagles. When she encountered a man selling beagle puppies at a local shopping mall, she jumped at the chance to take one home.
I'd say he was about maybe 6 weeks. Instantly fell in love.
We couldn't stop thinking how cute he was, and so we went back out and we picked him up, we bought him. And
you couldn't help but love it. He's been an excellent dog. We took him traveling. We do some racing, so we travel from state to state. He loved the motorhome. Found himself a little warm spot on the dashboard. We put a blanket there, and he pretty much slept there most of the time.
There you go, Snoop.
And like his comic strip namesake, Snoopy is a dog of unusual talents.
Good. We have these boogie boards, and he seems to really like it. He even, has learned to hang 5 over the edge.
Come on, boy.
He's so like a little bundle of joy. He's cute.
Whoa.
He's a good dog, except for the sniffing thing.
The first time Snoopy was sniffing, I was inside the house, and I thought he was hurt. I actually thought something had happened to him. He was just circling and crying like that.
Lately, he started picking up a scent, and he gets really obsessed to where he starts yelping. Goes on the trail again. Snoop, come here. He won't come when you call him.
We've also tried, putting him on timeout.
Sit. That's enough.
And that works for a little while, but as soon as you let him off that leash, it's it's on again. Sniffing's okay, but just crying really loud, and I just hope we can get him to stop that.
And it's getting worse. It's not getting any better. So I really hope that Caesar can help him, because he really needs the help.
Beagles have a long history as working dogs. Their unique sense of smell makes them excellent trackers. They've even been used to sniff out contraband at airports. Caesar's challenge with Snoopy is to turn his obsessive behavior into healthy behavior.
When we're out here with friends, and he'll get going where we can't, he's uncontrollable. He won't stop. Almost like if he's looking for something and he gets very frustrated that he can't find whatever he's looking for, he just gets uncontrollable.
So he doesn't listen to anybody in the family?
Nope. When he was a little younger, he would get on a trail and he'd be so obsessed with what he's trying to sniff to where he would rub his nose raw, and he'd actually leave little blood trails.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. We understand he's a beagle. Yes, we understand he's supposed to find a trail
he's a hunting
and find
dog.
it.
Right, exactly.
Now, have you guys ever tried, before you let him loose, like super tire him up and then let him go?
No. When we bring him back from walks, he's pretty wound up. He's still young.
Yeah.
He just turned a year. He's got a lot of energy, and it's hard to tire him out. He'll probably tire us all out first.
That's right. The walks are not intense, because instead of walking, he wants to run.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right? So walking is challenging, and it doesn't require that much concentration.
That makes a lot of sense.
So Beagle, the way they do things is by finding the things. And then tell you what it is. And then they tell you exactly what it is by creating that commotion.
Right.
Can you see it?
Yes.
So in a way, he's telling you, this is what I need. Come up with the conclusion.
Uh-huh.
Because it's driving me crazy, and if it's driving me crazy, you better believe it's driving you crazy. So have you ever create activities where he finds something?
No.
No, never thought of that.
We don't know what he's looking for. We don't know what kind of a trail he's on.
Well, we don't know what he's looking for, but we can create what he can look for. Like a search and rescue routine. They give him the scent of the person who is lost.
Right.
And then the dog have to find the scent. So you give him what he wants. He wants to have that challenge of finding some kind of scent.
That's what he needs.
That's what he needs. He doesn't have a spore.
That's why the only time he's calm is when he's on his boogie board and he's playing in the swimming pool. And he loves it.
We make him go swimming, and he does get tired.
That's right.
So that makes a lot of sense.
So what is happening right now is he's done with the waiting thing.
He wants to play now.
Yeah. But he can't make the decision. When a dog becomes obsessive, every movement they make have to be controlled by you. That's what I want. No nose in the ground. And not just tell him to stop right now, is when can he do it as an activity. You have to take and then give. So the brain learns to wait. When can I do this? Structure. Mm-hmm. This is a family that like to travel. They're into a lot of activities together. Snoopy is part of it, but he's not getting challenged. He's just being carried like he was luggage. Is that normal?
Yeah.
When you try to get him to stop, he'll run away from you.
That's right. Yeah. This doesn't frustrate me at all. The aggressive dogs do the same thing. If they can't be aggressive, they start going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the more he runs, the more he drains energy. He's getting tired, not me.
Right.
Since Snoopy is a high-energy beagle, simply running around the backyard won't make him calm and submissive. So Caesar decides to try a more energetic workout.
To be honest, I thought they were just going to tangle up and it was going to be a mess.
I've never seen him run like that. Maybe because he's never been in such a big area, but I was so amazed at how he was directed and he was focused and he was doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Watch out. comes.
Now we're moving to the backyard. There's many ways a dog can tell you thank you. Their breathing pattern changes. The stress that is coming out of their body is changing. Their fixation is no longer there for that moment. And they're looking for you to give them more direction. See, it's easier to practice this now.
Right, because he's out of energy.
We're catching him when he's barely going again into his vicious cycle, and we block him right there. Now you understand exercise, discipline.
Yes.
Then the affection. Affection is food, affection is water, affection is shelter, affection is you being around, being happy at that moment. That is affection. Affection is not always hugging and kissing a dog. There we go.
Good.
I don't mind the nose resting on the ground. It's just when the nose is...
Start sniffing and wandering.
Once Snoopy is in a calm, submissive state, Caesar demonstrates how to apply appropriate discipline.
That's better.
No.
So that's his thing.
And then you said no. Can it be a combination of
That's
things?
absolutely. You can go from Japanese, Italian, Russian, and all, as long as you maintain same energy.
I would get so frustrated with him repeating myself over and over again that just doing it that one time and he actually just stopped felt so good. I knew then that we had realized, you know, what Caesar was talking about.
I need to come back. This is not aggression, but it's intense.
Right.
I know it's good for you guys to have an idea, okay, what do we do with the nose?
Right.
Then eventually I just show you how to use the nose in something constructive. But right now, if you guys stick to the program of let's walk the dog every day, let's use the bike, let's keep him tired. Keep him tired, keep him tired, keep him tired.
Over the next month, the Madrids put Snoopy and themselves through a vigorous daily routine of walks, runs, and playtime.
Good boy, Snoopy. Caesar told us that a backpack would really help Snoopy get tired quicker. So if we took him for a 30-minute walk, it'd seem more like an hour.
Snoopy have to carry a backpack with weight. They cannot allow Snoopy to smell the floor. Snoopy cannot zigzag anymore. Snoopy have to walk with a purpose. How are you guys?
Hi, Caesar.
Good to see you.
Caesar returns to offer up a game that will give Snoopy and his nose a brand new purpose, sniffing out his favorite toy.
You know, you let him play a little bit so he gets a little excited about it. Then you remove him from the toy. You throw the toy in there. You're going to hold the leash, and then he's going to go smell, 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 smell. This way, we are beginning the game, and because of that, we have the option to end the game. But before, because nobody was telling him what to do, and then in order for him to survive, he had to find something. It was not really entertaining. It became an obsession.
Caesar's prescription for the Madrid family is to continue running Snoopy or walk him with a backpack for 30 minutes a day, then to stimulate him with games to test his keen sense of smell.
There you go.
It's going to take a little bit more time to get him to 100%, but he's great. I mean, he's improved a lot.
If we go back into when I met Snoopy for the first time, this energy wasn't here. Everybody's getting the benefit of it, you know, because Larry is losing weight, Nancy is glowing, the kids are busy doing something constructive, you know. You're doing good, Mr. Beagle. This story is a done deal. This family just needed to know what direction they should take. One of my goals is to show people that it's possible to rehabilitate their dogs' unwanted behaviors. Heather and Nate no longer live in a war zone. They can now walk Epi peacefully through their neighborhood. Lady is now acting like such a lady that Catalina thinks we switch dogs on her. Florrie has stopped teasing Lady and can now pet her anytime she wants. When my friend gets a long walk with a backpack, he does a lot less sniffing. The entire Madrid family is now pitching in to make sure Snoopy gets a good workout. So remember, dogs can change, but you have to change too. You have to change. Right, Louis?
Yes.